Well, folks, it's with a great deal of embarrassment and shame that I have to admit, Government Motors, who led and matter, just asked the big guy. The company, who I've been brazenly claiming would certainly abandon the form factor of the pouch battery cells on their amazing Ultium battery platform any day now, and the longer it took, the more embarrassing and the further behind they clearly are. Been absolutely certain. I've been saying this for about the last 3 years. They're definitely going to change and abandon the pouch cell. They're definitely going to do this. Doesn't make sense. Not only issues with thermal runaway, there's a lot of other reasons as well. Even though they've been touting this amazing technology, I was certain they would abandon the pouch form factor, and when they did, it'd be a sign they're finally starting to wake up. And the fact that some guy on YouTube had been claiming they'd been abandoning this form factor for years before they did it would also be very embarrassing. But it turns out they're actually doubling down on the pouch cell, as we can see here. GM switching to cylindrical battery cells. I thought that they were abandoning this. So the embarrassing thing isn't actually that I was wrong, it's that I somehow missed this news, which is months old. Now, of course, it is just a rumor, or maybe I did read this news and I was so high I just forgot. Now, shout out to an eagle-eyed viewer who pointed this out to me on X yesterday. By the way, if you guys do have any breaking news info or tidbits or confirmation of my past predictions playing out, feel free to send them through. I always read my messages. So this is actually a few months old, but somehow slipped through the net. I was unaware of this until now. GM and LGES have broken off talks about building a fourth US battery factory together after GM decided to switch to 4680 cells in the future. No idea how I missed this. A report by South Korea's ETHEREUM claims that General Motors is planning to stop using pouch cells in its future electric cars and switch to cylindrical cells. The move has caused some stress in the relationship between GM and its primary battery supplier, LG Energy Solution. The two companies have already agreed to jointly construct and operate 3 battery factories in the US. One is in operation in Ohio and 2 others are under construction, one in Michigan and the other in Tennessee. A 4th factory was planned for Indiana, but this latest decision seems to have put that plan on hold. The talks between GM and LGES about the plant have ended, sources tell ETHEREUM, and GM is reportedly reaching out to at least one other battery manufacturer, as yet unnamed. There are precious few details available, but the information ETHEREUM got from its sources in South Korea is that General Motors will use the 4680 format cylindrical cells first designed by Tesla. Cylindrical cells may be somewhat easier to manufacture than pouch cells since the production techniques have been in use since the Carter administration, which could make them a lower cost option at a time when battery material prices are rising. Now, if you guys and girls will recall, we did hear the news that the 4th battery plant between GM and LGES Energy Solutions was being abandoned. This was not news to me, but I cannot believe I didn't know the additional rumours as to the reason why. And strangely, since this article was published earlier this year, no new additional information, no confirmation that GM are abandoning the pouch cells, just this existing rumour, and no 4th battery factory, no joint venture. So what the hell is going on? In the months since, GM have made no announcements. What are they doing behind the scenes? So according to GM, who led and matter, check out this. When GM rolled out its Ultium battery technology, the PR types went wild, extolling its virtues to the skies. Here is how the Ultium batteries were described in a company presentation. Unlike traditional cylindrical battery cells, our high-energy pouch cells have a modular design. Ultium's long pouch cells waste less space and can stack on top of each other like pancakes or vertically like slices of toast. This simple modular design makes it easy for engineers to optimize energy density and vehicle layout, which translates to more miles on a single charge for less cost. Now really, what GM is saying here, this garbage about the modular design is, we don't actually have to design the battery pack specific to each vehicle. Instead, we can just slap a few modules in. Doesn't matter how big the vehicle is. That's easier. Idiots. Sounds good on paper. Unless, of course, you actually want to optimize the performance, cost, range, weight distribution, and so on of your vehicle. It's lazy. Our Ultium cells pack a punch. It would take 20 small cylindrical cells, as in the can cells, the ones our competitors use, to produce the powers of one Ultium large format 100 amp hour cell. Our Ultium cells are so robust, they can electrically and physically support EVs of every shape and size. Our battery options scale from 50 kilowatt hours to over 200, which will enable a GM estimated range of 300 miles or more on a... I forgot how bad this shit is. Oh my God. Okay, so spoiler alert. They just said they can go up to 200 kilowatt hours, and a 200 kilowatt hour battery could enable a range of over 300 miles on a full charge. Now, for those who don't know, Tesla on significantly less than half of that. It's already well in excess of 300 miles on their vehicles. But wait, there's more, according to GM. Stacking battery pouch cells enables flexible engineering and a more comfortable ride. We'll engineer some of America's most popular vehicles, think trucks, SUVs, and crossovers, with vertically stacked cells like toast.
It's like toast. Toast is great. Yeah, batteries are like toast, aren't we? Great, huh?
Idiots. Whereas performance vehicles, which are deeply embedded in our DNA, may include horizontally stacked cells like
Pancakes. Everyone loves pancakes, right? Oh, yeah, pancakes are cool too.
GM's ability to stack long pouch cells vertically or horizontally in modules is unique in the industry. Maybe it's wrong. To save even more space, the battery's electronic components will be embedded within the modules, eliminating 80% of the battery pack wiring compared to today's batteries. We reduced the height of the battery module underneath the second row, which will not only give second row passengers a more comfortable ride, but also adds 22 kilowatt hours of energy storage in this space. So again, I am shocked that I somehow missed the details here. I don't know what the hell I was doing in January. Oh wait, I know what I was doing, buying Tesla stock. I definitely remember the news about the abandoned factory. Did I miss this? Did I report on this and now I've somehow forgotten? What the hell is going on? Of course, the real point here is that literally nothing, not a peep out of GM, has surfaced. No additional rumours in the almost 9 months since this first appeared online. What is going on? You would have thought a company who are all in on EVs, who care about electric vehicles, who have this amazing, wonderful Ultium platform, would be moving ahead at lightning speed. They recognise they're behind. You would have thought that they'd be building more factories. You would have thought that there'd be an announcement, an adjustment, an improvement. Ultium version 2.0. They can quietly pretend that the pouch cell wasn't a terrible idea and just go, we've reinvented Ultium with an even better form factor, but nothing. Tumbleweeds. And this speaks to lack of urgency within GM. I mean, maybe I don't need to point it out, but the battery technology is extremely important. In fact, it's critical to producing electric vehicles, like super, super important, right up there with the software. You'd hope this is something they would have nailed by now, yet tumbleweeds. For those wondering, there has been absolutely no change at all on the GM website regarding the Ultium platform, at least that I could find. So joining the dots here, rumours appear early this year, late January this year, GM will be abandoning the pouch cell form factor. And the reason is this was part of a rumour, which was in addition to the reporting that LG and GM would no longer be building a fourth battery factory together in the US. They're abandoning the joint venture. It's about 9 months later, and we haven't heard a peep out of GM. In fact, all we've really heard from GM here, GM delays EV truck production at Michigan plant by a year. GM said on Tuesday it will delay production of electric pickup trucks at its plant in Michigan's Orion Township by a year as the number one US automaker grapples with flattening demand for electric vehicles. Yeah, sure. Did you guys see yesterday's video, by the way? 62% of people surveyed intend on buying an EV in the next 5 years, over 30% in the next 2 years. The move is a latest sign that electric vehicle production and demand may not be as strong as forecast. Okay. GM had been set to begin production of the electric Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra in late 2024 at the suburban Detroit plant. The company said the plan is to start it in late 2025. So this may explain why we haven't heard anything to confirm these rumours regarding GM for 9 months. They've literally done nothing in that time. Haven't even attempted making more vehicles. So why would they even need to tell everybody that they've changed to the 4680? Why would they bother? A GM spokesperson said the decision announced on Tuesday was unrelated to the ongoing talks with the UAW for a new labour deal. Some analysts worry a more costly contract could crimp the company's spending plans. GM still plans a significant boost in EV production in 2024, including adding a new shift to Detroit. Yeah, cool story, bro, who cares? GM is set to begin building the GMC Sierra EV next year in Detroit. And GM said on Tuesday it still plans to end production of the Chevrolet Bolt EV at the end of 2023, a few months from now. GM, which vows to end the sale of gas-powered vehicles by 2035, sells few EVs in the US outside the Bolt. Just 2.8% of its total US sales this year are electric vehicles. Now, in fairness, GM tend to do a whole lot of talking and very little walking. They really have talked up the Ultium platform and their electric vehicle plans. It's going to be awkward to walk these things back, but still today, tumbleweed. So check this out. We're on the General Motors electrification commitment page. It all starts with the Ultium EV platform. Ultium technology is built on a flexible battery architecture that empowers electric experiences. Wank, wank, wank. Got a whole big promo for Ultium, how amazing Ultium is. Gigantic deep dive on the Ultium technology. Flexibility, energy recovery, rah, rah, rah. Surprised this stuff's still online, to be honest. So there's plenty of talk about Ultium. They've even designed a fucking logo for Ultium. I mean, come on, guys. Seriously? A logo for the battery technology inside your vehicles? Are you joking? Well, I mean, a totally good use of resources. Idiots. Now, here's the thing. GM love talking. They don't love walking. But there's a lot of plans to produce vehicles in the future that will include these batteries, which, by the way, they won't. They're going to be abandoning this form factor. So as I've been embarrassingly been predicting after a rumor surfaced, which is not much of a prediction, but I swear I didn't know. But here's the thing. A gigantic promo video for the vehicles that in the future will include this actual technology. Yet how many vehicles today are being produced using this tech? Conveniently, we've got a list on Wikipedia. How about the GMC Hummer EV? Okay, let's check out the incredible sales for the GMC Hummer EV. These are quarterly divided by 3, hence the repetition per month. So in Canada so far this year, a whopping 89 GMC Hummer EVs have been sold, but don't worry, it's much better in the United States. This year, a whopping 1,216 sold in the first 3 quarters of the year. What a joke. But don't worry, I'm sure the Hummer EV is much lower volume than their other vehicles. Let's check out the Bright Drop Zevo 600. What the fuck is that? Yeah, okay, let's pass. It's a commercial vehicle. Who cares? On to the Cadillac Lyriq. This will be a big one, won't it? All right, here we go. Whopping. Look at, oh my God, these are huge numbers. Year to date, a whopping 5,334 Cadillac Lyriqs. Plus Canada, 536. So a truly incredible 7,211 electric vehicles sold so far in the United States and Canada, combining the Hummer EV sales and the flagship Cadillac Lyriq featuring the incredible Ultium cells. Now, on to the Silverado EV. 2023, a whopping 18 units sold. Okay. Next vehicle. Onto the Blazer EV. An incredible 19 units sold so far this year. So just checking in, some staggering cumulative sales numbers here on the electric vehicles sold in the United States and Canada, featuring the incredible Ultium platform from the company who led in matter, now at a total 7,248 vehicles sold using the Ultium platform. Will anyone ever be able to catch up? Now, for those unaware, these vehicles, the Electra E5 and the E4, are not available in the United States. It's actually a joint venture produced by SAIC and GM. So, should we even count these? Well, hey, why not? Let's be generous. Here we go, some big numbers here. In China, the joint venture, the E5 itself cumulatively has sold over 8,000 units, and the E4 almost 1,800 units in its very first month. In a word, stunning. 17,350 total vehicles sold featuring the Ultium batteries. Now, for those wondering, these are cumulative sales and included figures all the way back in 2022 right through until the present moment at the end of Q3 2023. And these are global, including more than half of these vehicles, just over 10,000 alone, a joint venture in China. Now, how does that compare? Well, if you're wondering, just in the most recent quarter alone, Tesla sold, just for context, about 25 times as many vehicles. Of course, they had a multitude of different battery cells in them, 2170s, 4680s. But I just wanted to provide a little bit of context around the numbers, because after all, GM really did tout this Ultium platform, and I think we finally understand why we haven't heard any updates since these rumors almost 9 months ago. GM could be hand assembling these vehicles with used vibrator batteries inside them, and it wouldn't make a difference to the company's bottom line. At this point in time, it clearly seems the Ultium platform is a sideshow at best, and we've still yet to hear confirmation from GM that they will be abandoning the pouch form factor, but surely now, just a matter of time. So once again, congratulations to General Motors for leading, mattering, electrifying the whole industry, and also having developed this brilliant Ultium platform, which is clearly better than any alternatives in the marketplace.
In the auto industry, Detroit's leading the world in electric vehicles. You changed the whole story, Mary, wherever you are. There you are. You did, Mary. You electrified the entire automobile industry. I'm serious. You led, and it matters.
Want more content? Early access? A bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. Athletic Greens AG1 has given me a massive, meaningful boost in energy, allowing me to do a lot more every day, including using my brain more and using my body more. I highly recommend you guys and girls check it out. Athletic Greens AG1 is an excellent way to fill in nutritional gaps. It's got 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients, plus prebiotics and probiotics and digestive enzymes and adaptogens to help you deal with stress. Plus, if you click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR, you can get yourself a 1-year free supply of vitamin D3 and K2. But don't take my word for it. Here's what some of you guys and girls have to say. AG1 has changed my life. I was, as you described, treating myself like a circus, ate like trash, rarely exercised, used alcohol as a stress crutch, cannabis also. AG1 is what gave me the kick in the ass, got me back to the gym, motivated me to do more for myself, family, my business, etc. Keep doing what you do. Now, I know there's some skeptics, the same kind of people who think Elon Musk is a fraud, reading this going, what do you thought? There's no way that's possible, bro. It must be a placebo effect. Believe it or not, this is a recurring theme. If you give your body everything it needs to feel and perform its best, including having a lot more energy, you'll need ways to use that energy. For me personally, that includes more exercise, moving my body more social activity, and more cognitively demanding tasks, including producing a fuck ton of exclusive content over on Twitter and on Patreon, plus my daily YouTube uploads. The proof's in the pudding. On to another testimonial from a viewer of this channel. SMR, you asked me to provide feedback on AG1. Here it is. It has helped with mental acuity, stamina, and intestinal waste management. Can't read between the lines. Certainly helps with regularity and digestion. That's what the digestive enzymes are for. It has also dramatically reduced my cravings for sugar. You guys need to stop eating sugar. It's fucking poison. I'm 50, 5'9", and overweight, aka a fat motherfucker. I think that's a technical term for overweight, isn't it? Is it fat motherfucker or obese? I can't remember. I average 100 hours a week in the West Texas oil fields as a safety supervisor. Jesus Christ, dude. No wonder you're struggling to keep your weight under control. 100 hours a week. Brutal. It has helped me lose weight. It is not an appetite suppressant. It can help fat people suppress cravings, and motivation to be healthier is critical for changing your diet. Love you, brother. Again, this is a great point. It's something people really don't seem to grasp. If you have more energy, everything becomes easier. It's like turning on easy mode for life. A few years ago, before I was taking AG1, my health was trash. I was struggling to get through the day, had afternoon fatigue. The last thing I wanted to do was either use my brain or move my body. Didn't have the energy. Now, my biggest struggle every day is figuring out ways to use that energy. I'm exercising way more, doing a lot more with my friends and family, and of course, my work output has increased substantially. And you can fact check me. Check out the average length of my videos I was posting to YouTube 3 years ago. Need I say more? And one final testimonial. Love this one. Okay, here's the deal for me with this AG1 shit. I'm 41 years old and not the type to eat, drink, smoke, or sleep healthy, so I was skeptical. That being said, here's what I experienced. Day 1, meh. Day 2, afternoon fatigue was about 45 minutes late. Day 3, 0 afternoon fatigue. Day 4, 0 afternoon fatigue plus extra energy. Day 5, again, 0 afternoon fatigue plus energy, wondering, what the fuck, really? See, this is the thing, right? The results for many people are just almost too good to be true. This is the same experience I had. My afternoon fatigue just vanished out of nowhere. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Why am I not tired in the afternoons anymore? Surely, it's not that AG1, is it? Turns out it was. Day 6 and 7, same thing. Day 8, same thing. Plus, I had the want to get things done around the house that I normally would slack off and not get done. Again, the point, extra energy, you'll need to use it, you'll find ways to use it. Day 9, 10, and 11, and today is day 12. I fucking love it. So however you managed to get me to buy it, I'm so glad you did. Thank you so much, SMR. It really changed me so far. Guys, this shit really works. Just try it. By the way, this is the reason I continue to relentlessly promote AG1. A lot of people get real fucking mad in the comments. Oh my God, Snake Oil Salmon's sold out. Oh my God, he's a scammer. This is fraud. But constantly, I'm pretty sure everyone making these comments is also currently short Tesla stock. I'm not particularly concerned about people having a negative perception, those folks suffering from small brain syndrome, still living in my bum's basement syndrome, etc., writing mean comments, claiming AG1's a scam or it doesn't work. I mean, bro, when I get feedback like this is what keeps me going. And remember, there is a 90-day money-back guarantee. There's nothing to lose here. Just try this stuff for a month, and if you don't get these results, get your money back. See, it's a literal no-brainer. It's an IQ test at this point in time. Testimonial after testimonial after testimonial like this. Get your money back if it doesn't work. Just try it for a month, and if it doesn't work, get your money back. Today's the day. It's finally time. Be like this guy who was a massive skeptic, but finally, after 1,000 promotions in a row, caved in, tried AG1, and has results like this. Head to drinkag1.com/SMR or click the link in the pinned comment, and please, let me know how you're feeling in a few weeks' time. Now, if you'll excuse me, time to put my extra energy to good use. I'll be recording some more exclusive content for Patreon and my Twitter subscribers. So click the links in the pinned comment. See you over on Twitter and or Patreon, and don't forget to grab your AG1. Love ya.